Shalom. Call Halimla Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And it sends your Shalom to the 144,001 So, spirit jumped on me. Spiritual powers on the way. More spiritual powers on the way. You know, the Most High Yahweh waits until a climactic moment before he releases his power. We see examples of that throughout the scriptures. You may even see examples of that throughout your life. For example, when the Israelites fled Egypt and Moses parted the Red Sea, and then right afterwards, Pharaoh's army got devoured by the sea. That's a back against the wall climactic moment. All right. The Most High Yahweh, he's going to put us to the test. All right. We're going to have our backs, if we're part of the elect, our backs are going to get put against the wall. And we're going to rise to the occasion. So this is Psalms 144, prayer for rescue and prosperity. A psalm of David. Blessed be Yahweh my strength, which teacheth my hand to war, and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. All right. So King David was the mightiest Israelite warrior written down in the scriptures. Of course, Yahweh Shai was the strongest of us all, still is, but he wasn't, when he came as Yahweh Shai, he wasn't a warrior, all right? He was a sacrificial lamb, you understand? King David, he was a straight up just a warrior. He was going around taking resources from people and spreading it amongst his friends, his mighty men, his brethren. All right. Let's hit up Psalms. Let's see, Psalms 110 and verse 1. A psalm of David. Yahweh said unto my Lord, who is he referring to? Solomon. Who is who? Yahweh Shai. Sit thou at my right hand. So King David knew that Solomon, his son, that came about through adultery, was what? All right, Yahweh Shai. Until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Yahweh shall send the rod of his strength out of Zion. Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth. All right. So it's going to come a point where it's going to be no more talking. All right. It's going to be no more lips flapping. It's just going to be people getting put to death. You understand? That's the time that's approaching. You see, Esau's going to come. He came out with that new helmet, partnered with Meta, where it's like a super soldier helmet. Man, listen, Esau has technology far more advanced than that helmet, built into people's brains, built into robots that can be fully autonomous, controlled, piloted, whatever. Because that's how this devil is coming. That's how the Most High Yahweh has blessed Esau, man, to have this type of capabilities. Let's get this right here. And Isaiah 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, which is the east. When in the west is over here. All right, Babylon. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Okay. So guess what? When Esau bust a move, when these heathen bust a move, when these 2/3, when all this stuff starts popping off, and they come after Yahweh's anointed, he's going to turn up his anointed with spiritual power. And that spiritual power isn't just going to disappear, right? Because the trouble, the evil is not just going to disappear, right? This is going to be the most evilest time in history, right? The greatest indignation judgment from the Most High Yahweh known to man, time like never before. And just being able to break down and comprehend these scriptures is spiritual power. Of course, it's not really seen that way to most, right? Most people don't react until it's something directly is bothering them, a direct impact. So this is Jeremiah 16, all right? Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. So this is happening now, right? We're drawing the waters. We're letting the people know, the Israelites know that you're the Hebrew Israelites. You're descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. The Most High's name is Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai. All right. Or I should say, the Most High's name Yahweh. His son's name is Yahushai. All right. They're so-called black men. Okay. You so-called Judites. You're the head tribe of all the Israelites. Okay. So on and so forth. That needs to be spread. But guess what? Most are not going to hear it. The majority are not going to hear it here in Babylon, 2/3. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock. So guess what? Here's the thing about fishing. Let's get this account of Peter, who is King David. When you fish, you got to separate the clean from the unclean. So when you fishing, you may catch a catfish, a salmon, and let's say that you catch a catfish and a salmon. Salmon is lawful because it has scales and fins. Catfish is unlawful because it has fins but doesn't have scales. All right, and Peter was running into those issues, if you will, because he was a fisherman, and is made account in the scriptures. Let me see if I can find that. Bear with me. All right. All right. It's taking me a while to find this, but I'm still gonna look for it. So bear with me. All right, I'm not going to waste too much time. All right, if the spirit come back, if I can find it again, I will. But Peter made mention of separating the unclean from the clean when he was fishing. You understand? So When you out here and you go fishing, ancient fishermen, they threw nets. All right, they didn't throw like a rod. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there was fishing rods, but they're doing this for commercially, right? So let's get like an account of what I'm talking about in St. John 21. So this is St. John 21st chapter and verse 11. Simon Peter went up and drew the net to land full of great fishes, 153, and for all there were so many, yet was the net not broken. So when you throw that net out, all right, you're gonna catch all sorts of fish, ones that are lawful and unlawful. You understand? So when you're fishing, when you're out here pushing the word, you're gonna run into jakes, you're gonna run into heathen, 2/3, the elect, so on and so forth. And then once that next phase comes, it's gonna be no more talking. There's gonna be no more repent, come back. No, it's gonna be none of that. All that's gonna be done away with. At that point, it's gonna be hunting. All right, people getting put to death. Okay, people getting conquered, took over, taken over, beat into submission. That's what's coming. That's what's coming to the whole world, because that's what Esau is gonna try to do again with this digital system, this MOTB system, the C-HIP. All right, he wants to use the machines and AI, put it in you, all right, to enslave you, to control you. And the Most High Yahweh set him up to do that. Why? To put people to death. All right, mass judgment. Okay, let's go to Micah. Let's get Micah, the 5th chapter. In verse 7, and the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as the dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob should be among the Gentiles, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, and as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. So guess what? Let me continue. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thy enemies shall be cut off. So guess what? The elect is a part of that remnant, and they're gonna get busy. They're gonna get busy on these heathen, on you Edomites, these super soldiers, these robots, and whatever else comes our way. Lord's will. I don't want to roll this out. We're part of the elect. All right. So with that, shalom.